Thank you. Thank you for joining us again. This is Serious Matters on ONIF TV. Yes. Back to the matter. Thank you very much. This is Serious Matters on ONIF TV. My name is Olukunle Abraham. And it's a weekend jolly edition. I know some of you would have gone to the club yesterday and, had fun. But some will have just relaxed at home like I did. After studio works, just enjoy yourself and feel good. Like I would always say, relax when you need to do. Health is wealth. You might not have all the money in the whole world. But I tell you, have a peace of mind that you gave yourself, not the one that people gave you. Do you get that? The kind of peace that you gave yourself, not the one that the economy gave you, not the one that Nigerian government gave you. And before we added this spice to this program, you remember I told you, just like as when the moment we added it, I told you that look, it is serious matters, but then we're going to be doing it in a very, subtle and gentle way. We will not give ourselves problem. You understand what I'm trying to say? Please don't mind my voice this morning. That was just as a result of an overstressed program. Thank you very much for joining us once again. It is Serious Matters. It can't be like say, voila, no they finish. Problems no they finish. And that's the truth. We always tell ourselves we need to be very, very careful. Yo, kì í ṣe gbogbo ìyàlẹ̀ yàn kọ́. Wọ́n ti sọ fún wa bẹ́ẹ̀, àwọn àgbà ti kọ́ wa. Wọ́n ní kì í ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀gbin lè yàn kọ́. In other words, it's not everything that you defend. You understand? It's not everything that you defend. Sometimes you just have to keep quiet and watch how things play out. The way things are going with the outburst of Jagaban in Ogun State seem not to be going well with majority, a lot of his followers, especially the big wigs in the political system of Nigeria. Today, at this time, we'll be looking at least majorly, we're looking at Saraki's response to, though Asiwaju did not mention names, but I'm sure it is being said that when somebody says something, the owner of what is being said or the person who what is being said attacks knows that he is the one that they are talking to, or at least he is one of those who are being talked to. And so we have Saraki coming up saying, you are not bigger than Nigeria. Nigeria is bigger than you. Nigeria is bigger than your ambition. And we've had a lot of people come up to say, look, you made a mistake on this one. You shouldn't have come out and do this outburst. We had the likes of Reno Mokre and several others with this wonderful young comedian who also came out, and I saw that video yesterday. I was very impressed by that video. But I also feel the same with, the way he feels. I also feel the same. I believe Jagaban, there is no doubt that Jagaban is a political bigwig. There is no doubt that he's a successful politician. There is no doubt, seriously. There is no doubt. Nobody is competing. Nobody is contemplating. Nobody is trying to say no, your place in the politics of Nigeria cannot be underestimated. And that is the truth. I've said times and again, being a kingmaker is as good as being a king. I tell you, because you could as well make yourself the king. But that's the truth. You could say the God said that I'm the one that should be the king this time around. And because you have participated in making others kings, it's easy for people to now say, okay, let's make him king. Since he was the one who told us that so and so person should be king, and he was king. And so now the gods are saying they will believe him even though he's lying. And so I do not really do like or support the idea of what Asiwaju went to do in Ogun State. Those outbursts were not needed. Personally, I feel it wasn't needed. Jagaban is a father and is a father figure. And I feel that, sincerely speaking, with all the respect that I have for this man, not that I've dropped any anyway, but I feel this is a very big mistake. And there are mistakes that you make that even though you come out to say you are sorry, it will not come out, it will not finish. Because the elders have been saying in the Yoruba settings, they say a little messy thing on the back side of the plate of this kind of soup that they call gbegiri in Yoruba land. It's made out of beans, and so you know how messy it could look. And then you say, but we have cleaned the dirt away from the side of the plate. The truth is the dirt has gone out of it. If the ice goes off it, the ice is not seeing it again. What about the mind? the mind is still seeing that thing is still there, even though the eyes is seeing it. Kò sí ńbẹ̀ mọ́. Wọ́n ní kíní kan kékeré létí àbúgbẹ̀gìrì. Wọ́n ní tójú bá kúrò ńbẹ̀ ṣé ọkàn wa kúrò ńbẹ̀ bí. So there are things that we need just to be very careful when we try to express ourselves. I feel personally that Asiwaju would have waited and seen the way things played out. Yes, there might have been an agreement before. And I personally don't support betrayers. If you had an agreement then, but then if things had to change, just like somebody said, I feel also that Jagaban should have been informed and told, not at this minute, is now being tossed around by, other people's ambition and all of that. So I would expect that you will drop your comments on this particular one, looking at the angle from when he acted then. He acted in national interest. That's in response to his own side of what Jagaban said. And when Jagaban was reacting, he reacted in anger. At the way I see it, it was an outburst. He was angry, and then angry with some developments around him which were clear to all. And in all sincerity, like I said earlier on, if there was an agreement, even though it is wrong to place the politics of Nigeria where democracy is supposed to be in play, on agreements. How would you be agreeing on something that is just like two people agreeing on something is supposed to be agreed on or be done by voting of 10 people? And so two people, because they are the top, because they are the head of the thing, they now agree that, look, don't worry, you are the number one now, don't worry, next 10 I'll be number two. Who says so? That is no more democracy. That means we are no more, that is just politicking. We are no more consensus is not even democracy. But then in a situation where it becomes compulsory, it becomes sensitive a situation, then consensus is appreciated. So the reaction, take for instance the reaction talking about the president. Yes, I know his media aide has come out to say that he did not disrespect the president. But sincerely speaking, that was a disrespect to the president. Telling the president that the president was weeping on national TV. Yes, it's true, he wept. And the truth is that he has become president and he did not. Asiwaju has only been a helper of destiny to the president, and that is the truth. And I also want to be very, very careful in arrogating the glories that ought to go to God Almighty, whether we like it or not. The Bible talks about the people that be in power as being ordained by God. Those who are in power are ordained by God. And so don't despise them. Don't despise them. God will fight you if you fight the president. God will fight you if you fight anybody in authority who he has put there, whether he used you or so we all just need to be very, very careful not to arrogate the glory that ought to go to God. God can be very, very angry about that. So I became very, very scared when I heard some of the things that Asiwaju said. Yes, even though he said at some point that yes, don't take out God from the equation, but then I don't like to hear things, that has to do with arrogating glory to oneself when God has to take the totality of everything. I'm saying that, look at the way he reacted. He attacked the governor of the state. That was so demeaning to say, eléyìí gan tó wà lẹ́yìn mi, eléyìí tó jókòó sẹ́yìn mi, eléyìí tó jókòó sẹ́yìn mi. You are talking of not just a governor, you are talking about a father to children. Can you imagine? This video will go very far. The governor's children will see them sometime later say, is he my dad that this man is referring to as Eleyi? This is Yoruba land, and it becomes it becomes an issue when you refer to somebody as Eleyi, this one, oh man, come on, it sounds somehow. Yes, the governor has come out to say something, to say one or two things, but we're not going to react to that now. We're going to focus our attention on, the parts where he said that Muslim ticket was the reason why he did not be vice president, and so that's why he was the one who nominated, who also made, Professor Yemi Osinbajo penned his name down, and he was the one who helped him to become vice president. So, but let's look at what the former Senate President Bukola Saraki had to say. Well, former Senate President Dr. Bukola Saraki, my voice, yes. He has stated that when he opposed the plan to foist a Muslim presidency in Nigeria in 2014, he acted in the national interest and believed Nigeria was bigger than anybody's ambition, including that of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Saraki, in a statement signed by the head of his media office, Yusuf Olaniyonu, on Friday, in response to the speech by Tinubu in Abeokuta, on Thursday, claiming that Saraki and others opposed his desire to be running mate to President Muhammadu Buhari in 2015 election, noted that he will oppose any plan that causes a religious crisis in a multi-religious country like Nigeria, which I think is in the best interest of the nation. Now, he said, when I and other leaders of the All Progressive Congress APC in 2014 stood against having a Muslim ticket, it was not a decision targeted at any individual or group, but one taken in the national interest. We don't get Muslim tickets. We have security issues. We have religious issues. People fighting. Look at the issue of Samuel Deborah. Look at, that is still on a Christian Muslim. You cannot imagine where we have a Muslim ticket. There's no way it won't bring a problem, which of course we must understand what this response by Dr. Bukola Saraki is. He said Asiwaju knows, and he is just being mischievous by presenting this decision as something at stopping his ambition. Let me make it clear that the decision to oppose the plans by some people to make APC presented Muslim ticket in 2015 was in the national interest, and I will take that same stand today, tomorrow, and any other day. My stance is based on the fact that such a ticket is not good for the unity of the country and will further accentuate one of our fault lines. We already have a faulty line, and it will only make things worse. It will only make things worse. All right. Thank you. Yeah. So one might just begin to wonder. Even Asiwaju, he said, even Asiwaju knows that I am a man who does not shy away from standing for what is right. He knows that I don't follow the crowd, and I take a stand based on my conviction of what is good for the country and what is not good for her. It is also obvious that I have paid prices for this stand. Yes, it is obvious. He lost tickets also because of such stands, I guess. The opposition to a Muslim ticket was not targeted at Tinubu or any other person. Yes, it was a decision that even all party leaders now helped the victory. No, they know that it helped the victory of the party and also worked for the unity of the country. That decision is not about self but national collective interest. It is a decision which served the purpose of the people of Nigeria, and I have no regrets supporting it, Saraki stated. Oh, okay. Well, he went further to say, while expressing surprise that Tinubu refused to move on and still sulked over what happened in 2014. The former governor of Kwara State added that the APC presidential aspirant had become so fixated on the Muslim tickets issue of 2014 that he worked so hard to stop the emergence of Saraki as Senate president in a move he considered as retaliatory. Saraki also stated that after he was elected Senate president, Tinubu maintained an adversarial position against the 8th National Assembly, initiated coverts and overt measures aimed at undermining the federal legislature, and set the executive against the legislature. It's a very bad antecedent. Not too good. Not too good. Well, despite calling himself a Democrat, he continued to support every effort to frustrate the 8th National Assembly and thwart his effort to provide good representation to Nigeria. He was the architect of several moves that set the presidency on a collision course with the National Assembly. Well, at a time, he would twist issues and make false claims in his quarterly press statements and aimed it at making the National Assembly under my leadership look bad. Now Nigerians know the truth. We can only urge Senator Tinubu to look at the bigger picture on all matters and stop viewing all issues within the prism of his personal ambition and personal interest, Saraki stated. Nigeria is bigger than Tinubu, and he has only acted in interests of the nation. He has only acted in the interests of the nation. Well, we'll continue to give you updates on this particular matter, but so far so good. I want you to please drop your comments. We have not had any response from the president with respect to the statement made or delivered by the Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Jagaban, the national leader of the APC. We have not had any response from the president with respect to that. Well, we can take on topics like Shetima saying it will be catastrophic for APC if Tinubu loses tickets. What is your opinion? Drop your comments in the comment section. Make it simple and civil. Just drop your comments. Make it simple and civil. Also, we had this from Reno Mokere saying that, Asiwaju just, had done some stuff that ought not to be done. He didn't do that. He didn't make that statement very, very well. Somebody said, Adamu Gama said that Tinubu has not been betrayed by Buhari, but has been betrayed by Osibaju and the Southwest governor. What are your opinions on this particular matter? We also had the likes of Femi Fani-Kayode coming out to say that Tinubu should watch what he says. Mind what you say. Mind what you say. Femi Fani-Kayode shades Tinubu. He shades Tinubu. So this issue of presidential aspirants on the APC platform has begun to generates tension, especially tension in the Tinubu camp, as Oyegun says, only youthful aspirants are cleared. Only youthful aspirants are cleared. Reno Mokore compared Tinubu to Tonto Dike and Nkechi Blessing. He compared them to them when it comes to relationship. Oyegun also came out to say that 99% of APC presidential aspirants agreed to consensus, except one. Of course, you know who that one is, even though names were not mentioned. And only one aspirant rejected consensus. Only one aspirant rejected consensus, except he is the candidate. The condition is that he is going to be the candidate, and of course, that came from Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which actually he made known when he was being screened. He's not going to agree. He's not going to step down for anyone. Except he is the candidate that the consensus is going to favor. Well, like I mentioned earlier on, that the governor of Ogun State, Governor Abiodun, he never really issued any statement in response to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I'm sure he's just allowing, the people to do what they know how to do best in, whatever way they want to handle it. Well, Tinubu, Osibaju, Fayemi, and other Southwest presidential aspirants are to meet today. They are to meet today, and so let's look forward to bringing you updates as to what will come out of that. Will come out of that meeting later today. Thank you very much for joining us. This is Serious Matters on ONIF TV, and like I would always say, please do drop your comment, make them simple and civil. We will appreciate you, and also I would respond to you. Of course, I've always done that, and I'll continue to do that. Thank you very much for joining us, and please do enjoy the best. Have the best of this weekend. Have the best, and please do make sure you rest. Also, we're sure to have the best, come out eventually. Thank you very much once again. My name is Olukunle Abraham, and I'm close.